Hey everybody, how y'all making out today on this beautiful Monday? Isn't the weather simply amazing? Man, it is beautiful outside. Listen up, I just got to talk to y'all about these red flags. So I know it's a new trend, and I really kind of wanted to focus on something that really kind of, something that I have a liking to, which right now is basically some financial insight on certain things. But let's talk about those rent to own places. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I remember doing a rent to own place when I was younger, had an apartment, first got married, and we needed some things for the apartment. But when I look back and I realize how much money that I paid for those things, I can kind of, kind of hit myself in the head. But let me tell you, it's not just about rent to own. You have to use things to your advantage. And I'm going to give you an example of what I did about 2 years ago with the rent to own place. And I kind of caught it. It kind of caught me off guard. Just bought this house, and we wanted to have a dining room set. We bought a dining room set, but it was not going to be delivered in time for um, Thanksgiving and the holidays. So it was going to be delivered in January. So I'm like, okay, I'm having all these people, my friends and my family coming over for the holidays. And I'm like, what is it going to look like not having a dining room set? And I'm going to be cooking this huge meal. So what I did was I did go to, I think it might have been Rent-A-Center in Slidell. And when I tell you, I told them I only wanted to rent it for 3 months. Okay, I only wanted to rent it for 3 months, but I remember distinctively negotiating with them what it was that I wanted. So of course I may have paid it. It was like a little high top table with 6 chairs. I mean, it was nice. Nothing compared to what's right there now. But the bottom line is I just needed to have that. So you use rent to own companies like Aaron's and Rent-A-Center for your advantage. Now I'm going to be honest with you, because of the fact that I paid up front for everything, and I even set a date for them to come back and collect their items. Um, it wasn't as bad. It wasn't reflected on my credit, but you can use these things, but just be very, very, very careful in what you agree to in the terms. So I'm just giving you a pro and a con when it comes to Rent-A-Center and when it comes to Aaron's rental places. Now, listen, I had no problems. They came and they got their stuff. Of course, they want to say, hey, if you keep it a little bit longer, we'll cut this price for you and we cut this price for you. But I really honestly believe that I spent close to, I think it was like between $500 and $600. Yes, for me to rent a table. So, which is ridiculous because of the fact, but let's be honest, sometimes we do things for other purposes. And I did it because of the fact I didn't want anybody sitting on the floor to eat Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. So keep that in mind when it comes to these red flags. Stay away from rent to own places, especially long term, because in reality, you are paying twice as much for that particular product. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. I just kind of wanted to touch on this because I got a lot of people in my inbox. Oh, Zoe, you got to do the payday loan. Oh, Zoe, you got to do this. I'm going to do it. Give me some minute give me a minute. I got to work. So anyway, you guys have a great and amazing Monday.